The enigmatic silence. Understanding why a Sigma female may walk away. Have you ever experienced the sudden, disorienting chill of a Sigma female abruptly cutting off contact, leaving you to grapple with unanswered questions and a gnawing sense of confusion? It's an experience that can feel intensely personal, almost as if you've committed some unseen transgression. The truth is, understanding the Sigma female's intricate inner world and the specific triggers that might cause her to withdraw requires a deeper dive than most are willing to undertake. It's not about some inherent flaw in you, but rather a confluence of factors related to her unique personality, values, and self-preservation instincts. Before we even begin to unravel the reasons behind a Sigma female's withdrawal, it's paramount to establish a clear understanding of what defines this rare and often misunderstood archetype. The Sigma female stands apart, distinguished by an unshakable sense of independence, a profound self-confidence that doesn't rely on external validation, and an unwavering self-sufficiency. This isn't merely a performance or a facade. It's the very core of her being. Unlike those who constantly seek approval or validation from external sources, the Sigma female draws her strength and sense of worth from within. She is confident in her own abilities, unwavering in her pursuit of her goals, and unconcerned with conforming to societal expectations or norms. This self-assuredness, however, shouldn't be mistaken for arrogance or aloofness. Instead, it stems from a deep understanding of herself, her values, and her place in the world. She knows what she wants and is not afraid to pursue it, regardless of what others may think or say. The Sigma female possesses an aura of mystery, a subtle veil that shrouds her true thoughts and emotions. She is not prone to effusive displays of feelings or sharing her innermost thoughts with just anyone. She's reserved, preferring the quiet contemplation of her own mind and the company of a select few trusted individuals over the superficial interactions of large crowds. This isn't to say she's incapable of deep connection or intimacy. Rather, she guards her emotional vulnerability fiercely, offering it only to those who have earned her trust and respect. Intelligence, creativity, deep thinking, and analytical prowess are hallmarks of the Sigma female. She approaches the world with a sharp, discerning mind, constantly questioning, analyzing, and seeking deeper meaning. She is not content with surface-level explanations or conventional wisdom. Instead, she delves into the complexities of ideas, exploring them from multiple perspectives and forming her own unique conclusions. Her open-mindedness allows her to consider new ideas and perspectives without prejudice, while her originality fuels her creative endeavors and unconventional approaches to problem-solving. These traits often lead her down unconventional paths, making her a visionary in her own right. Her introverted nature further contributes to her enigmatic persona. She finds solace and rejuvenation in solitude, using it as a space for introspection, reflection, and creative exploration. While she enjoys the company of her chosen few, she doesn't require constant social stimulation to feel fulfilled. In fact, too much external interaction can be draining, leaving her feeling overwhelmed and depleted. This preference for solitude allows her to connect with her inner self, cultivate her passions, and recharge her emotional batteries. Sigma females are also known for their exceptional intelligence and insightful perceptions. They possess a keen ability to discern the truth, to see beyond superficial appearances, and to understand the underlying motivations of others. This intuition, coupled with their analytical skills, makes them astute observers of human behavior and social dynamics. They can quickly detect inconsistencies, identify hidden agendas, and assess the character of those around them. This inherent ability to read people contributes to their cautious nature and their selectivity in choosing their relationships. The Sigma female embodies an enigmatic and unusual spirit, often retreating into a private world where introspection and a sense of solitude become her most cherished companions. This inclination towards inner reflection might initially project an image of aloofness, creating the impression of a mystery wrapped within an enigma. However, This characteristic should not be misconstrued as disdain for human connection or a manifestation of social anxiety. In reality, Sigma females possess a profound emotional depth and intellectual richness that compels them to seek spaces of tranquility and reflection. These environments allow them to connect with their inner selves and engage with the world around them in a more genuine and profound manner. They are not necessarily avoiding social interaction, but rather carefully curating their experiences to ensure they are meaningful and enriching. It's about quality over quantity. Within these solitary moments, she is free to explore her thoughts, process her emotions, and connect with her inner wisdom without the distractions and pressures of the external world. This self-imposed solitude allows her to cultivate a strong sense of self-awareness, which in turn informs her interactions with others. She approaches relationships with intention, seeking genuine connections based on mutual respect and understanding. The Sigma female's quest for authenticity extends to all facets of her existence, leading her to carefully evaluate the people she allows into her inner circle. She is not swayed by superficial charm or social status, but rather seeks individuals who resonate with her values, challenge her intellectually, and support her personal growth. This discerning approach to relationships can sometimes be perceived as judgmental or exclusive, but it is simply a reflection of her commitment to maintaining a healthy emotional and intellectual environment. She is not afraid to stand alone if it means staying true to herself and her values. This unwavering commitment to authenticity is what makes her such a compelling and intriguing figure. Sigma females often encounter misunderstandings in their interpersonal relationships, particularly when they unexpectedly withdraw from communication or exclude someone from their social circle. This behavior can be perplexing and even hurtful to those who are not familiar with the Sigma female's unique perspective. It is essential to recognize that this withdrawal is not typically motivated by malice or a lack of affection. Instead, it stems from a deep-seated self-preservation mechanism. Behind their seemingly detached or indifferent exterior lies a highly sensitive and perceptive individual. Sigma females are acutely aware of the emotional energy they expend in their relationships and are careful to establish and maintain clear boundaries to safeguard their well-being. These boundaries are not intended to create distance or isolation, but rather to protect themselves from emotional depletion and potential harm. When they perceive a threat to their inner peace or values, they may make the difficult decision to distance themselves in order to preserve their emotional equilibrium. This self-protective behavior is often misinterpreted as coldness or disinterest, but it is actually a testament to their commitment to their own mental and emotional health. It is crucial to remember that Sigma females do not intentionally seek to inflict pain on others. Their primary goal is to shield themselves from what they perceive as a threat to their internal balance. This is not to say that they are incapable of empathy or compassion, but rather that they prioritize their own well-being in order to be able to effectively support others. In essence, their self-preservation is not selfish, but rather a necessary condition for maintaining their capacity to connect with others in a genuine and meaningful way. Being inherently independent and self-assured, Sigma females have honed a keen intuition that allows them to identify situations or individuals that could potentially pose a threat to their emotional well-being. This intuition is not based on paranoia or unfounded fears, but rather on a deep understanding of human behavior and social dynamics. They are able to quickly assess the intentions of others, identify potential red flags, and anticipate potential sources of conflict or emotional distress. This heightened awareness allows them to proactively protect themselves from harm, avoiding situations that could compromise their inner peace or values. When they perceive a threat, whether real or imagined, their natural instinct is to withdraw and create distance. This response is not necessarily a conscious decision, but rather an automatic reaction that is driven by their innate desire to protect themselves. This behavior can be mistakenly interpreted as disinterest, coldness, or even cruelty, but is actually a sign that a Sigma female is prioritizing her mental and emotional health. She is not intentionally trying to hurt anyone, but rather taking the necessary steps to ensure her own well-being. This self-preservation instinct is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to her strength and resilience. She is willing to make difficult decisions in order to protect herself and maintain her emotional equilibrium. After exploring the core personality traits of the Sigma female, let's delve into the specific reasons why she might choose to cease communication. The reasons behind a Sigma female silence are rarely arbitrary. They're usually rooted in a deep-seated need for self-preservation or a fundamental incompatibility within the relationship dynamics. Sigma females are exceptionally discerning in their relationships, only investing their time and emotional energy in individuals who genuinely offer value, respect, and understanding. This selectivity stems from their innate desire for authentic connections and their aversion to superficial or draining interactions. They are not interested in maintaining relationships simply for the sake of social obligation or external validation. Instead, they seek individuals who resonate with their values, challenge them intellectually, and support their personal growth. Therefore, if a Sigma female decides to distance herself, it's likely that she has detected something within the relationship that make her feel uneasy, vulnerable, or fundamentally misunderstood. This something could manifest in a variety of ways, from a lack of authenticity to a disregard for her personal boundaries. To truly grasp the Sigma female's perspective in these situations, we must venture into the depths of her inner world, a realm often guarded and shrouded in mystery. This journey might be uncomfortable for some, as it requires confronting certain uncomfortable truths about human behavior and relationship dynamics. However, it is essential for understanding the motivations behind a Sigma female's withdrawal and for fostering more meaningful and authentic connections with these complex individuals. One of the most significant triggers for a Sigma female's withdrawal is a perceived lack of authenticity. Sigma females are exceptionally attuned to the nuances of human behavior, possessing an almost uncanny ability to detect insincerity and pretense. If you attempt to present a false version of yourself, if your words do not align with your actions, or if you engage in manipulative tactics, she will sense it immediately and likely withdraw. Their keen intuition allows them to decipher the hidden meanings behind words and gestures, to see through facades, and to understand the underlying motivations of others. They are not easily fooled by superficial charm or empty promises. Instead, they seek genuine connection and transparent communication. If you attempt to deceive or manipulate them, they will simply walk away without explanation, as they are not interested in wasting their time with individuals who are not genuine. To earn the trust of a Sigma female, it is imperative to be authentic at all times, revealing your true self with both your strengths and weaknesses, without attempting to portray an idealized image. Be honest in your words and actions, allowing your personality to shine through without pretense or artifice. If you are genuine and sincere, the Sigma female will value your honesty and be drawn to the real you. Remember, Sigma females are not searching for perfection, but rather for authenticity. Embrace your imperfections, be true to yourself, and they will appreciate you for who you truly are. Another crucial factor that can lead to a Sigma female's withdrawal is a lack of respect for her boundaries. Sigma females are renowned for their independence, self-sufficiency, and unshakable self-confidence. They deeply value their personal space, both physical and emotional, and establishing and maintaining clear boundaries is paramount to their well-being and overall balance. These boundaries serve as a sanctuary, providing a safe haven where they can be their authentic selves, free from external pressures and expectations. Within this personal space, they can connect with their inner selves, explore their emotions and thoughts without fear of judgment, and recharge their emotional batteries. Their emotional boundaries, on the other hand, define the limits to which they're willing to open up, share their feelings, and allow others to enter their inner world. These limits are not arbitrary or intended to create distance, but rather to protect themselves from emotional depletion and potential harm. If these boundaries are ignored or violated, Trust erodes like sand slipping through fingers, threatening their sense of security and protection. This violation can generate discomfort, unease, and a profound distrust towards the individual who has transgressed their limits. Consequently, the relationship becomes unsustainable as the Sigma female feels vulnerable, misunderstood, and invaded. This leads her to distance herself from the person who has disregarded or violated her boundaries. It is essential to understand that Sigma females are not seeking isolation or avoiding relationships altogether. Instead, they crave genuine, deep connections, but these connections must be founded on mutual respect, understanding, and acceptance of their limits. If you aspire to cultivate a meaningful relationship with a Sigma female, it is crucial to be mindful of her personal space and emotional boundaries. Respect these boundaries. Avoid forcing her to share more than she is comfortable with, and she will perceive you as someone trustworthy and worthy of her confidence. A lack of intellectual stimulation can also prompt a Sigma female to withdraw. These women possess an insatiable intellectual curiosity that drives them to seek stimulating conversations that challenge their minds and expand their horizons. If you are unable to sustain interactions that mentally engage them and encourage them to explore new knowledge or perspectives, they are likely to lose interest and disengage. For them, conversation is not simply about exchanging pleasantries or engaging in idle chatter. It is about embarking on an intellectual journey that enriches their minds and introduces them to new ideas. If the interaction lacks mental stimulation, they may feel bored, restless, and ultimately disinterested. This doesn't mean you need to be a genius or an expert on every subject, but rather that you are willing to engage in thoughtful discussions, share your own insights, and listen attentively to their perspectives. If you want to connect with a Sigma female, be prepared to delve into topics that ignite her passion, challenge her assumptions respectfully, and share your own knowledge enthusiastically. Remember that mental stimulation is the key to sustaining their interest and cultivating a meaningful connection. Value and compatibility is yet another significant reason why a Sigma female might choose to discontinue communication. These women possess a deeply ingrained value system that guides their decisions and shapes their interactions with the world. For them, the alignment of values within a relationship is not merely a preference, but a fundamental requirement for building a meaningful and lasting bond. They are drawn to individuals who share their core beliefs and principles and who demonstrate integrity and authenticity in their actions. Sigma females value authenticity and integrity above all else. If they perceive that a relationship is not based on shared values, they will feel as though they are compromising their own principles, which will erode trust and connection. Mutual respect is essential in any relationship, but it is even more critical for Sigma females. If core values do not align, it becomes difficult to respect one another, leading to tension and resentment. For instance, consider a Sigma female who believes in honesty and complete transparency in relationships. She would likely find it difficult to maintain a connection with someone who is deceitful or manipulative. Sigma females are tireless seekers of truth and justice. If a relationship is not aligned with these principles, they will feel as though they are compromising their own values, which will cause deep moral discomfort. If the values underpinning the relationship do not resonate with their internal moral code, they will experience deep discomfort and dissatisfaction, which can ultimately lead to separation. A lack of a genuine connection is a key factor in a Sigma female's decision to withdraw. Sigma females are highly selective about the individuals they allow into their inner circle. Their introverted nature and deep appreciation for authenticity lead them to seek genuine and meaningful connections that transcend the superficial or fleeting. For them, the quality of relationships takes precedence over quantity. They are not content with surrounding themselves with a large number of acquaintances, but rather seek individuals with whom they can share a deep emotional and intellectual space. Connecting with a Sigma female requires earning her trust and respect, which involves demonstrating authenticity, being someone she can confide in, and engaging in stimulating conversations. If that connection cannot be established on a profound level, she will likely choose not to invest further time in the relationship. Sigma females do not seek external validation or social approval. They are self-confident and do not require the attention or admiration of others. Therefore, they will not feel pressured to maintain a relationship with someone who does not stimulate them or with whom they do not share genuine values and interests. Their selectivity is not a reflection of arrogance or indifference, but rather a testament to their deep respect for themselves and their time. They value their personal space and energy and are unwilling to waste it on relationships that do not offer them anything meaningful. If you are fortunate enough to encounter a Sigma female and wish to cultivate a lasting relationship with her, be mindful of her selective nature. Demonstrate authenticity, offer stimulating conversations, respect her boundaries and values, and exercise patience. If you succeed in establishing that deep connection, she will reward you with a solid and enriching friendship or relationship. A Sigma female is likely to withdraw from someone whose behavior she finds unappealing. If you're insecure, needy, or controlling, a Sigma woman will probably be repelled by you. A pessimistic or negative outlook can also create an unattractive environment for them. Sigma females are generally drawn to positive, independent, and self-confident individuals. If you aspire to connect with a Sigma female, it is important to cultivate these qualities. If you are someone who constantly seeks approval, validation, or attempts to control the relationship, you are likely to face rejection. Their independent nature leads them to seek partners who respect their autonomy and do not depend on them emotionally. These women appreciate the company of those who bring positive energy, pursue their own goals, and do not require constant reassurance or pampering. Insecurity can manifest in various ways, such as constantly seeking approval or needing external validation. Sigma females value authenticity and inner strength, so these types of behaviors could create distance. An excessive need for attention or emotional support may be perceived as a burden by Sigma females. While they appreciate emotional connection, they seek partners who can maintain their independence and autonomy. The desire to control or dominate situations can also be a deterrent for a Sigma woman. They do not accept being controlled or dominated. They prefer relationships characterized by a balance of power and mutual respect, where each individual can make their own decisions. They value independence in themselves and in their partners. They seek individuals who have their own goals, passions, and interests without relying on them for their happiness or personal fulfillment. Self-confidence is a quality that Sigma females deeply admire. They seek partners who are comfortable in their own skin, who are authentic, and who are not afraid to express their individuality. A simple lack of time can also be a factor. Sigma females are typically deeply engaged in their own projects and goals. If you're not a priority in her life, she may simply not have the time to dedicate to the relationship. Known for their independence, self-sufficiency, and dedication to their goals, they often have demanding schedules. Their time is precious, and they allocate it carefully to activities that they are passionate about and that bring them closer to their aspirations. If you're not a priority in her life, it may not be due to a lack of interest or affection, but rather a simple matter of priorities. Sigma females greatly value their time and energy and invest it carefully in what they consider meaningful and valuable to them. Finally, a Sigma female might withdraw if she feels that you don't understand her. Enigmatic and captivating, with a reserved nature and an aura of self-sufficiency, Sigma females are often a mystery to those around them. While their independence and inner strength are admirable, understanding their actions and behaviors can be a challenge. One of the distinguishing characteristics of Sigma females is their tendency to be secretive regarding their emotions and internal thoughts. Unlike those who seek external validation and openly express their feelings, Sigma females prefer to keep their inner world private. This can cause confusion for those who are not familiar with their personality, as they may interpret it as coldness or lack of interest. However, it is crucial to understand that a Sigma female silence is not a reflection of disinterest or lack of emotion. On the contrary, it is usually a sign of their depth and complexity. They prefer to process their experiences and feelings internally, allowing them to develop a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. If you are unable to understand a Sigma woman at this deep level, she may turn away from you. Their intuitive nature leads them to seek out genuine, meaningful connections, and if they don't feel like you're willing to go beyond the surface, they're likely to seek out relationships that offer them the level of understanding they crave. So, what actions can you take if a Sigma woman stops talking to you? Navigating a separation from a Sigma female can be a demanding journey. However, it is vital to remember that her decision is not a reflection of your personal worth. Sigma females often approach breakups in a unique manner, opting for a clean break to avoid unnecessary drama and conflict. This strategy, although sometimes disconcerting to those who experience it, reflects a deep understanding of self and relationships. Instead of engaging in lengthy arguments or confrontations, Sigma females prefer to sever ties clearly and definitively. This decision is not based on coldness or indifference, but on a deep need to preserve their inner peace and avoid situations that could negatively impact their emotional well-being. If you find yourself in a situation where a Sigma woman has decided to distance herself from you, it is essential to respect her decision and give her the space she needs. Avoid pressuring her or attempting to force her to return, as this will only exacerbate the situation. Don't despair entirely, however, as there are some steps you can take to potentially regain her trust. First and foremost, give her space. Sigma females, known for their independence, self-sufficiency, and self-confidence, greatly value their personal space. This means they may feel suffocated and choose to walk away if they perceive that a relationship is becoming too demanding or clingy. Understand that regaining their trust and rebuilding the relationship may take time and effort. Give them space to process their emotions and make a decision on how to proceed. Avoid pressuring her or harassing her with insistent messages or calls. Don't try to force her to talk to you. Give her time to reflect on the situation. Secondly, respect her decision. If she ultimately decides not to communicate with you again, respect her decision. Avoid attempting to force her back into your life. When a Sigma female decides to withdraw, it is important to understand and respect her decision. Forcing her to return will only create more distance and resentment. It is essential to understand that Sigma females are independent and self-sufficient. They value their personal space and freedom and do not settle for relationships that do not fully satisfy them. If she has decided to end communication, it is likely that she has carefully reflected on the situation and has come to a firm conclusion. Instead of attempting to reverse their decision, focus on healing and moving forward. Accept their feelings and respect their need for distance. This experience can be an opportunity for personal growth. Reflect on the relationship and the possible reasons that led it to this point. Use this learning to improve your future relationships. Remember that life is full of wonderful people. Don't hold on to a relationship that is no longer working. Open your heart to new possibilities and positive experiences. What specific actions should you take from this point forward? Take advantage of this time to reflect on your own behavior and evaluate if you have done anything that could have triggered her reaction. If you believe you have made a mistake, offer a sincere apology and demonstrate your willingness to change. While separating from a Sigma woman can be painful, it is important to view the experience as an opportunity for learning and personal growth. By understanding the reasons behind their decision, you can move forward with greater wisdom and maturity into future relationships. Focus on your own well-being and personal growth. Prioritize your emotional health and focus on activities that bring you joy and personal fulfillment. Dedicating time and effort to our mental well-being is as crucial as taking care of our physical body. Just as we nourish our bodies with healthy foods and regular exercise, we must nourish our minds and spirits with positive and enriching experiences. Prioritizing your emotional health means embarking on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. Beyond basic self-care practices, it is essential to dedicate time to activities that you are passionate about and that make you feel fulfilled. These activities can include hobbies that awaken your creativity, playing sports that fill you with energy, participating in volunteer activities that nourish your altruistic spirit, embarking on learning new skills that expand your horizons, or any other activity that brings you genuine joy and satisfaction. By focusing on your personal growth, you invest in your future and become the best version of yourself. You develop new skills, strengthen your self-esteem, expand your knowledge, and open yourself to a world of exciting possibilities. Prioritizing your emotional health and focusing on activities that bring you joy and personal growth is a journey of self-discovery and transformation. It is a path that requires effort, dedication, and patience, but that undoubtedly leads you to a fuller and more meaningful life. Reflect on your behavior. Ask yourself if you have done something that may have upset her or distanced her from you. Perform an honest introspection on your behavior. Have you been authentic in your interactions with her? Have you respected their personal boundaries? Have you been present and attentive in the conversations? Have you brought intellectual and emotional value to the relationship? If you think you have made a mistake, apologize sincerely and attempt to make amends. Analyze if you have taken any action or said something that could have bothered or made her uncomfortable. Have you been critical or dismissive? Have you shown disinterest in their interests or concerns? Have you invaded her personal space or pressured her to share more information than she wanted? If you identify any errors or inappropriate behavior, take responsibility for your actions. Don't blame external factors or victimize yourself. Recognize that your behavior may have influenced her decision to walk away. Don't excuse your behavior or look for justifications. Express your regret and your commitment to improve in the future. Demonstrate your willingness to correct your mistakes. Suggest concrete actions you can take to restore their trust and strengthen the relationship. Ask openly what you can do to improve communication and dynamics between you. Work on your self-esteem. If you're insecure or needy, Sigma females will sense this and move away from you. Work on building your self-esteem and self-confidence. Cultivating healthy self-esteem and solid self-confidence is a fundamental journey on the path to personal well-being and success in various aspects of life. These qualities allow you to face challenges with courage, pursue your dreams with determination, and establish healthy, satisfying relationships. Focus on your own life. Don't obsess over the Sigma female who stopped talking to you. Instead, focus on your own life and your own goals. If you are happy and fulfilled, she will eventually notice and may come back to you. It's natural to feel hurt and confused when a Sigma female stops talking to you, especially if you don't understand why. However, obsessing over her and trying to get her back at all costs will get you nowhere. In fact, you'll only do more harm to yourself. Instead, I invite you to focus on what you can control, your own life and your own goals. Spend time on the things you're passionate about. Spend time with your loved ones. Pursue your hobbies. Learn new skills and work toward your personal goals. The happier and more fulfilled you are, the more attractive your energy will be to others. Remember that happiness is magnetic. When you feel good about yourself, you radiate a positive vibe that attracts people with similar values and interests. It is possible that the Sigma woman who stopped talking to you will eventually notice this change in you and become intrigued. However, even if she doesn't return, remember that you are not alone. There are many other amazing women in the world who could be a perfect match for you. Focus on your own growth and happiness, and love will come when you least expect it. Open communication is essential. If a Sigma female has stopped talking to you and you feel the need to regain her trust, honest and open communication is crucial. However, it is important to choose the right time. Don't pressure or harass her to talk, but wait until she is ready to have a meaningful conversation. When the time comes, find a quiet, private place where you can talk without interruptions. Start by expressing your feelings calmly and without reproach. Let her know that you value her friendship and would like to understand why she has drifted apart. It is important that you listen carefully to her perspective and try to understand her reasons. Don't get defensive or take their words personally. Remember that her decision to walk away may have nothing to do with you. If she is willing to talk, take the opportunity to listen. Listen attentively and empathetically. Show that you're interested in understanding their point of view and that you're willing to work together to resolve any problems there may be. Sometimes, people come into our lives for a reason, and when that reason has run its course, it's time to let it go. In conclusion, if a Sigma female breaks up with you, take it as an opportunity for self-reflection and personal growth. Focus on nurturing your own well-being and forming relationships that are based on mutual understanding and respect. Sigma females, with their complexity and inner strength, offer unique and meaningful relationships. If you're lucky enough to have one in your life, it is important that you treat her with respect and understanding. While their protective nature can lead to difficult breakups, understanding their motivations and focusing on personal growth can help you overcome this challenge and open the doors to new and valuable experiences in the future. Remember, relationships with Sigma females require effort and patience. If you are willing to invest the time and energy, you can build a long-lasting and meaningful relationship with one of these special women. If a Sigma female stops talking to you and excludes you, the best thing you can do is respect her decision and give her space. Don't pressure her or try to force her to talk to you. If she really cares about you, she will eventually come back to you when she is ready. If you decide to try to recover the relationship, do so with honesty and openness. Communicate with her genuinely and express your desire to understand her perspective. Appreciating the essence of a Sigma female involves valuing her silence, listening carefully to her words when she pronounces them, and admiring her capacity for introspection. It is in these spaces of stillness and reflection where her true power, her wisdom, and her inner beauty reside. Show her that you are willing to listen and work together to find solutions that benefit both of you. Understanding Sigma females and respecting their autonomy is a profound lesson in empathy and self-awareness. Her unique approach to relationships makes us appreciate the diversity of personalities and navigate the complexities of human connections. Interacting with Sigma females allows us to realize that relationships are not always subject to conventional norms. That it is not just about accommodating differences, but appreciating and learning from them. Embracing the distinctive traits of Sigma females fosters more authentic and meaningful connections based on mutual respect and understanding. The behavior of Sigma females may seem confusing or even hurtful to those unfamiliar with their personality traits. However, it is important to understand that they are not trying to be rude or malicious. When a Sigma woman decides to break up, it is not just a spontaneous choice. It is often the culmination of several factors that have been brewing beneath the surface for some time. To summarize the key takeaways, Sigma females value authenticity, independence, and intellectual stimulation. They prioritize their emotional well-being and establish clear boundaries to protect themselves. A lack of respect for these values and boundaries can lead to a Sigma female withdrawing from a relationship. If a Sigma female stops talking to you, respect her decision and give her space. Focus on your own personal growth and well-being. If you choose to attempt to reconcile, do so with honesty, openness, and a willingness to understand her perspective. Ultimately, whether the relationship can be salvaged or not, the experience offers valuable lessons in self-reflection, empathy, and the importance of respecting individual needs and boundaries in any relationship. This concludes our deep dive into the world of Sigma females. Hopefully, this exploration has been insightful and helps you understand their unique characteristics and essence. If this has inspired you, please like and subscribe. Share your opinions in the comments. Thank you for joining me. I invite you to continue learning and growing together with Stoic wisdom.